Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Just Two Friends Talking Gaming. With me, Mark, and him, Jack. We are going him, Jack. We're going to talk about like video games and movies and how how video game adaptations do. Pretty much, we all know that there's some good ones, some bad ones, some middling ones around there. We're going to talk about the future. We're going to talk about what we'd like, and this is all kind of stemmed from that Super Mario trailer that dropped last week, was it, or the week before? Obviously, there's been a lot of hate, I'd say. But yeah, it's not been good. What do you think about the trailer? Did you watch it for one?
I couldn't care less. I did watch it, yeah.
Yep.
I watched it because fucking Chris Pratt's been out here for months being like, you're not ready to hear my voice. Like, it's going to be something wholly different. He was really hyping up that he was going to do something unique that you've not heard of before, and then it was his actual fucking voice.
Yeah.
Though I think this film has a chance of being good. I mean, Mario's not really my thing. But I think this has a chance to be good. The Angry Birds and the Marios, that kind of animated style seems to do well because kids will fucking watch it.
Yeah, and it's made by Illumination, isn't it? So they did the Despicable Me, and the Despicable Me films.
Minions, yeah.
Minions, that was the other one. And I enjoy it. I enjoy Despicable Me. I think it's quite a good film. So if they take it kind of in that vein where it's like doesn't take itself too seriously but still is a good film, like if you made Despicable Me into like a live action film, it'd probably still be good. And obviously we can't do the same with Mario, but judging by the trailer, it looks good. Like, I mean, people say that Mario looked weird. It didn't to me.
He certainly doesn't look as weird as Sonic originally did.
Right?
I think he looks fine. I think he looks totally good.
Yeah. I think he just looks like the game. Like, I don't know what it was that people were like, it doesn't look right, but he looks exactly like Super Mario Galaxy or not Paper Mario, but
I have seen that maybe his eyes could do with some adjusting and stuff.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people moaning that he has no bunda.
Mario is a round bunda boy.
But while we're here on this topic, hire video game actors to do the voices. We don't need the Chris Pratts. I love Chris Pratt. I think he's great in a lot of his roles, but just hire the original fucking voice actors. We don't need all this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Most of them are still alive. I think the original guy that did Mario is still kicking. So like, just bring him back. I don't know if it was like a creative thing where they were like, maybe people don't want to hear Mario speaking like that for 2 hours, but I mean, it's a Mario film. People are gonna go into that film thinking they're gonna see this. So, yeah.
And it'll be cheaper from like a budget point of view.
Yeah.
The original Mario actor's not going to cost as much as fucking Chris Pratt. So,
speaking of, just a little tangent here. Do you see what came out about Bayonetta today? Bayonetta 3.
Was it 400,000, something like that?
No, it's $4,000.
$4,000.
So
sorry, yeah.
The original actress or voice actress for the original 2 games was asked to come back for number 3, which is being released next year. And she she was told you could have $4,000, and she was like no. And now she's raised a petition, or at least a movement, some would say, to boycott the game because she's been pissed off. So I think it just goes to show that video game voice actors are the same as normal actors. Like Troy Baker, who's the other one? Kevin. What's his name?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Who's Kevin? Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, yeah. Yeah, like they're all very good actors. And okay, they don't do like proper acting as in full body. They still put enough emphasis just in their voice to turn around.
I would disagree. If you're doing mocap, I would say it's just as much.
Yeah, but
if not harder.
I'd say that's only like a more recent thing. Like like having the actor that doing the voices also doing the mocap before they'd normally, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they'd normally hire a mocap artist to do the movements.
I think it depends on the game.
Yeah, true.
I know for like The Last of Us, we were just playing that. That was full mocapped by the actors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. And that's how it should be done, really. So, like, because then you can go, that is me. Like, I am that character. So yeah, pretty cool. Right, so shall we...
Sorry, I'm looking at this Rotten Tomatoes list we're going to refer to, right?
Mm-hmm.
The suggested article, "The tragedy of Mark Ruffalo just gets sadder and sadder."
Is it like clickbait on the side, you mean?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, let's dive in. Let's go... So let's not... First of all, let's just talk about some of our favourites. I mean, do you have any that come to mind? Like, if you were going to...
No, not really. I've seen a lot of them. Not many I would put in the favourite. I mean, if you want to talk about ones that are at least somewhat good, the new Uncharted one is pretty good.
I've yet to see it, actually.
It's good.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it is. It's, I have issues with it. I'm a huge Uncharted fan. I don't think it's perfect or even... But I'd have to rewatch it. I actually kind of might. I think it's not... I don't agree with all the decisions they make, but I think it's still a very good film, and I think it's a very good film, full stop. I think it's a good video game film.
Okay.
And I think it's a decent Uncharted film. So I'd put that up quite highly. Yeah. This is a weird one. I'd put the old Resident... The problem with the old Resident Evil ones is they're not... I don't call them video game movies.
Yeah, I was going to say something about these films. I agree.
I like them.
Yeah. Sorry, you carry on, and then I'll dive in with my opinion on them.
I was just going to say I like the Resident Evil films, not the new one, the newest. Actually, I haven't seen the newest one, but it didn't look good, so I didn't watch it. I like them as zombie films. I don't like them as Resident Evil films. There's very little to do with the games there.
Yeah.
So that's hard for me because I would put it up quite high because it is a video game film, like it or not. But it shouldn't be a video game film. They should just be called zombie films.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of one or two more before you go off on yours. There's just not that many good ones. That's the problem. Tomb Raider's not too bad.
Which one?
I don't mind Tomb Raider.
The Angelina Jolie ones or the Alicia Vikander?
I think the newer ones are probably better Tomb Raider films, but the Angelina Jolie ones are probably better films.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What other ones? I can think of many shit ones.
That's the problem.
I don't mind the Assassin's Creed movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I don't mind it at all.
It's on my list, but
I think it's not too bad for a video game film, and it's not too bad for an Assassin's Creed film.
I heard terrible things, so it's just like...
Yeah, I think I'm an outlier.
I probably will enjoy it, because obviously I love the concept. But I just heard terrible things when it came out, and I just couldn't bring myself to watch it. Like, I really just didn't want it to ruin Assassin's Creed for me. But I think some of the games have done that anyway, so I might go back and just watch it. Plus, Michael Fassbender is a good actor, so...
He is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for me for good. I've got much more to say on bad.
Nice. So, Resident Evil, I just want to go back to that. The new one is dog shit. I went to the cinema to see it, and obviously it's meant to be like not a soft reboot, it's meant to be a reboot and kind of a bit more towards the games, but it's too cheesy. Like, the whole thing is too cheesy.
Is this the Robbie ML one?
Yes.
Green Arrow.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's really bad. It's just not good. Like, it's laughable, and I mean, I don't laugh in the cinema at films that aren't funny, but we were cackling. Like, there wasn't a lot of people there, and it was just it just wasn't very good. But the other ones, I fully agree with you. They're not Resident Evil films. The first one is kind of like loosely related to the first game. But
that's the closest.
Yeah, but obviously the main, what's her name? Mila Jovovich.
Alice. Oh yeah, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, Alice. she's a completely created character for the films. So you've got this whole narrative that is based around this woman that does not exist in the games that it's meant to be about. So yeah, I like them, but I agree with you that it's just like they're zombie films, they're not Resident Evil films. That's not even to mention the new Netflix season or series.
Oh, I saw that TikTok going around of the woman doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm out.
And there's this line in it. It's in a flashback. So the main character is in a flashback when she's young, and they just moved to this new house or whatever. And they talk about. She's talking about Zootropolis porn. I don't know why. It just makes no sense. Plus, in like the first episode, spoilers, but there's like the giant caterpillar, and it just makes zero sense. Like the whole story is just very strange. Yeah. So Resident Evil, I'd say like first one's good, the second one's good. Second one's good because it's a Nemesis adaptation. I love Nemesis. But the rest are dog shit, and I think there's about 8 of them in that first season, that first collection.
No.
What?
The rest aren't dog shit.
Okay, they're not dog shit. They're dog.
Maybe the last couple.
Yeah.
The first 3 or 4 I really like. I think the first 4.
Yeah,
The last 2, I think there's 6.
Then it gets really weird after that. Like the last couple, the final chapter is just awful.
That's madness.
But yeah, apart from that, there's a couple that are on my list. So again, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, that was very good. But Silent Hill, I don't know if you ever watched that. No, that was a great adaptation of, it was a good horror, but also very good to like keeping in tone with the games.
It's funny where you're ranking stuff because I've got the Rotten Tomatoes up and that's ranked 18th with a 31%. It's funny.
God. Obviously, this is a personal opinion, so. And then the other one I had was Alone in the Dark, as a good film. Is that on there?
I'm just looking for it now. Yeah, it's the worst ranked one with 1%.
It's good. I mean, I haven't watched it in years. And Christian Slater is not the best actor. God, now I feel terrible about my choices. But yeah,
so my choices aren't high either.
In my own mind, they were the good ones. I guess I haven't seen some of the other ones, the bigger ones like Assassin's Creed and stuff that I haven't actually seen, so I don't know if they're good. I had a couple of others on my list that were like middling, like Sonic. Have you seen Sonic?
No, but people seem to like that, don't they?
I haven't seen the second one, but the first one was very good. Like I watched, I think I was hungover or not very well or something, and I watched it and I was laughing to myself. Like it was a good film. Obviously,
Detective Pikachu's on this list.
I haven't watched it.
No, I haven't either, but just looking at it's ranked number 3 on Metacritic. I'm surprised there's not a sequel for that.
I think it was meant to be. I think it got canned. I think.
Odd.
Don't know.
Number 1 here, I have no idea what this is. Sorry, go on.
And Rampage. I was just going to say Rampage, then we can jump into...
Rampage is good.
Rampage is good, isn't it? I never played the game, but it's a rock film.
Me either.
I mean, can't complain, really.
And I had a giant monkey in it. I really like films with monkeys in it.
Right.
I don't know why.
Monkeys are good, that's why.
Monkeys are just good.
Monkeys are good. Right, okay, let's go through like top 5 in these lists. So we pulled Rotten Tomatoes.
I've not seen a single one in this top 5.
Top 5, okay. So Werewolves Within, that's a comedy.
What the fuck is that?
I've heard about it. It's meant to be quite good. But I don't know.
Is the game called Werewolves Within?
I think it's just called Werewolves.
Right.
I don't know much about it, but I have seen I've seen a trailer and parts of like a snippet. Looks pretty funny. Angry Birds 2 I haven't seen.
Not seen it.
I think I've seen the first one.
It's mad that little mobile game got a fucking film
Right?
franchise.
Two fucking films. I think there's a third coming out as well.
That doesn't even surprise me.
Detective Pikachu is meant to be quite good, but I haven't watched it. Sonic 2, haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But Sonic, first, so top 5. I've seen one.
Oh yeah, and I've seen none.
Yeah, the rest, the last couple, the after that, it's like Mortal Kombat, which was okay. It was pretty bad. But I don't know how.
Monster Hunter, I forgot that film came out.
Monster, apparently that's really bad as well. But yeah. So yeah,
Prince
I
of
don't.
Persia does not deserve to be 14th.
As in, it deserves to be higher.
Lower.
Lower. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes, we just don't agree with their list that we found here. I mean, we probably do, but we haven't seen any of them. And
No, we've seen some of them.
yeah, and then there's Vulture List. Have you got that one up?
Give me 2 seconds.
So again, it has
There's us.
Werewolves Within as number one. Maybe we should watch this film.
Okay. I'm tempted, but I can't. Even the description didn't make any mention of the video game. Are we sure this is a video game film?
Yeah, I don't know. Werewolves Within.
Vulture. Here we go.
Let's have a look on Wikipedia. Werewolves Within. Blah blah blah. The guy who wrote the script is called Wolf. Something Wolf.
Nice.
It's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find anything about a straight up good video game adaptation. But what video game? We're gonna look like idiots. It's probably a game called Werewolves Within.
I think it might be a game called Werewolf.
Within video game.
Based
yeah,
on
Werewolves Within VR.
Oh,
there's a no. Here we go. I've got it.
oh, it's apparently
Werewolves Within is a multiplayer VR game.
Yeah, so apparently it's the 9th best PSVR game. Okay.
This game is set in a medieval fantasy town that is being attacked by a werewolf, and players are asked to guess which of the townsfolk is the werewolf in disguise in a Mafia-style format.
I've played Mafia before, and not Mafia as in the big
Mafia,
not the
video
AAA
games.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean,
Maybe that might be worth a watch.
yeah, give that a go. But yeah, so we got.
How was Resident Evil 2 Welcome to Raccoon City their second best
I don't
video
know.
movie? No.
It's such a. This movie looks better and rocked harder than it ever needed to. No, I disagree. Awful. Mortal Kombat 1995. How is that number 3?
This list is fucked.
Super Mario
I'm
Brothers
enjoying it.
1993. What? That's
As a
that's
fourth, no.
that's meant to be bad, right? Sonic. Okay, we could put that as number 5. Detective Pikachu,
Sonic
Street Fighter.
Detective Pikachu.
God, no.
1994 Street Fighter though.
Fuck these films.
Yeah, Doom. No. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Okay, now we're getting to Sonic Hedgehog 2. Far Cry at number 11. No way.
God. Yeah, no, some of these are
Forget
really
half
bad.
of these exist. In the Name of the King. Never heard of that. Double Dragon. No, I don't know.
Double Dragon, I know that. That was an old Nintendo game. I had that on the Game Boy. Like, all the way back when. It's like a Street Fighter type game. Like 2D platforming.
Okay.
Punch, punch, punch. Yeah.
Hitman films weren't good.
Yeah, that was one of my mentions. So Hitman, did you ever see them? There was 2, right? Hitman.
I've seen them. I've seen both, I think. Or was there 3?
I think there's 2. Hitman and then Hitman Agent 47. So is it the same guy for them? No. So I haven't actually seen these.
How have they put Uncharted at number 31, but Far Cry and the original Super Mario Bros. In the top 10?
Wait, there's a Far Cry
What
film?
is this? Yeah, from 2008 by Uwe Boll, that really controversial guy.
Oh. Wow, I did not know that.
It's unanimous for being bad.
Maybe that's why I don't know it.
Whoever wrote this list of Vulture, with all due respect, shut up.
Yeah, I don't think maybe they haven't even seen the films. I don't know. But
I'm just skipping through this list and I just don't understand it.
But the Hitman films,
Yeah.
did you like them?
It's been a long, long time since I've seen them. I remember them being fine as a kid, so I would imagine as an adult I'm probably not going to have that high of opinion on them.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't think I never saw the second one. Actually, it's a reboot.
Yeah, the reboot I haven't seen.
I haven't seen that, but the first one I think I remember watching at least parts of it, and I thought it was pretty good. But again,
It did okay at the box office.
as you said, like watching it now, it might be a different story.
That's the thing. When you think about a lot of these films when we were kids or young teenagers, and if I remember them as being meh then, I'm gonna fucking hate them now.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Some of these lists are just fucked.
I don't know what it is about video game films, like films that get adapted from video games, and I don't know why they're so bad. Like, why? Why do you think?
It's because you're trying to fit in potentially 30, 40-hour experiences into a 2-hour film. I think is incredibly difficult. I also think, you spend so much time with these characters and you know them inside out, and some of maybe your favourite moments from these games come from gameplay versus story.
Yeah.
You think about, this gameplay is so fantastic, it feels so good, you obviously lose that when it's translated to a film. And I think so, like, obviously you don't need to directly copy the source material, but I think when a lot of these films just completely ignore it, I mean, Resident Evil being a prime case.
Yeah.
I think when you completely ignore it, you turn a lot of people off, and at that point you're just using the name in hopes to try and get some money, basically. If you look at some of the stuff that has done well, in particular The Witcher recently, it's using a lot of the video game storyline, but doing its own thing as well, and I think that's when it does work, when it's an equal blend of the two.
Yeah.
But when you just take the name and the general concept, I mean, the Max Payne film is very guilty of this. Just it's a Max Payne film basically because of the name, but that's another one of those where you go, the Max Payne story. I love Max Payne games; they're some of my favourite games. But arguably, as much as I do like the stories, the best part about those games is the gameplay. It's the bullet time.
Yeah. No, I agree.
How do you do that in a film? And in Max Payne, the film's response to that is you don't. And then you go, well, half of the reason I like this game is gone. So now it's just Mark Wahlberg going around going, "Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Oh my god!"
Did he?
I just don't care.
Did he not use bullet time in the Max Payne film then?
I'm pretty confident they didn't.
I remember watching it a long time ago and not really watching it. I think mostly
they may have had a slow-mo scene, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Max Payne, they could do a really good TV series about Max Payne.
They really could. A detective film that's, I wouldn't suggest you introduce bullet time as some, like, a superpower. But that all comes down to the way you film and edit it, I think.
Because it wouldn't necessarily be a superpower, but it could just be a slow-mo scene. Or in times where he gets awfully lucky, to dodge bullets or whatever. But the whole good thing about Max Payne is that what I really enjoyed was that battle that he had with like painkillers, and the emotional trauma that he had with obviously his family dying and stuff like that. So, and I think the film really skips out on most of that, or like obviously brings it up. That's kind of the clincher of the character, but it misses it. It misses the mark, and I think like a TV show would be so good. Like that.
I like Mark Wahlberg, but stop hiring. Stop casting him in these kind of films. He's much more for me a comedy actor.
Yep. Like Pain and Gain, he was good in that. The Other Guys, he's good. He's a good. He's a bit of an arsehole, but he's a good comedy actor. I definitely agree.
Oh my god, what's going on? It's me, Mark Wahlberg.
Did you ever see Doom?
Oh, a long time ago, but yeah.
Doom was good. I like Doom.
Doom was alright. It's not high on any of these lists, so maybe we're remembering it with rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah, maybe it was The Rock that did it for us.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think you can't. It's really difficult to compress these long experiences into film, and I think it's And again, they're just taking the name and very little. I think TV shows is a much better place for it because you can spend, 10 to 12 hours in one season. And I think it lets you tell a lot more. It would be actually interesting to have a look at some of the video game TV shows and see how many of those have actually succeeded compared to these films.
Just found a list that I'll send over to your way. Because I agree, because as you said, The Witcher has done fantastic. It's coming up to its 3rd season now.
Yeah.
And
The Last of Us TV show looks like it's going to be very good.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure about...
Cuphead show did good.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the casting, necessarily, for Last of Us. I don't like the girl.
Really?
I really don't like that little girl. She was in Game of Thrones, wasn't she? And
Yeah.
I really, really find it... It's something to do with her face. I don't like her face.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's really bad. But there's a lot of animated TV shows, so we won't jump into the animated ones, but
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, in terms of TV, there seems to be quite a lot. There's obviously there's Halo, a couple of Halo ones.
Yeah, it seems to be quite mixed for people, doesn't it, Halo?
Yeah, so there was the old
the proper one.
The new one, you mean?
The live action.
The one on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah. I apparently it's not so good. I was going to watch it because I was going to get like a free month of Paramount just to watch it, but I heard that it's really bad, so I don't want to.
It's funny you say not so good. I'm not particularly bothered by Halo. I've seen the criticism like you, but not so good is actually 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even the lesser liked TV shows seem to be doing better.
But is that from people that have watched the TV show and not played the games? Because this is where the problem lies. Like, a lot of people watch the films and they go, "That was great," but they don't know where it's come from. So, they've never played the game, or they've just gone, this is an original idea. This is great. But then people who've seen the film, they've played the game, so go see the film, watch the show, and they go, "Well, this is shit because it's not the game." So it comes back to the thing where, it's just not right. But then again, if it's getting 69, it must be okay.
Yeah, I mean, Cuphead shows at 69. I haven't seen that as well, but I know people did like that.
Yeah.
Witcher, non-surprisingly, is at 81%.
Yeah.
And then the top 4, Dragon's Dogma, I've heard good things. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Where's that on? What's that on?
Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, like, is it on a streaming?
Oh, sorry, Netflix.
Is it? Oh, I did play the game a little bit, so I might look into that. I didn't know they made a series.
Then you've got number 3, Castlevania at 94%, which I know a lot of people like.
Yeah, that's apparently meant to be pretty good.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners is sat at 100%
Oh,
at
that
number
is
2, which...
That is so good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. I watched all
Tell me about it, I've not watched it yet.
Okay. You haven't played Cyberpunk, though, have you?
I've played 90% of Cyberpunk. I never finished it.
So, Cyberpunk, obviously, is a standalone... Cyberpunk 2077 is based on this tabletop game. 2077 is a standalone story about one guy. The series... when you're playing the game and you go around and there's these cyber psychos that you have to kill. Yeah?
Sure.
Basically, they're homicidal maniacs. They have too many implants and their brain goes a bit doolally. The series really focuses on that concept, and it's about this guy who... Total spoilers are going to happen. Are you going to watch it? I don't want to spoil it for you.
No, probably not.
It's about this guy who is in school, and then one day his mum gets killed in like some traffic accident.
Okay.
He finds out that she's part of this Edge Runner crew, which is... Edge Runner is just another word for cyberpunk. It's about the bad guys, the people that do the crimes and the jobs, the heists and all that jazz. So he joins up with them and he ends up becoming the leader. But in doing so, he adds all of these implants into him, and slowly over time and throughout the series, you notice that he's getting a bit tweaky.
Tweaky. Is that the technical
Yeah,
term?
like he's tweaking out, and he goes through the series like, oh, I'm special. I can do these things. I can handle the implants. And to be fair, he takes an absolute battering from like. But at the end of it, he's got no flesh. Like he's not fully cyborg, but he's mostly machine. And yeah, it's that battle that and it's just so emotional. I'm getting a bit.
Don't cry.
Yeah, I might. No, because you meet all these people, and slowly over time, due to like cyberpsychosis or different implants or accidents to do with implants and stuff, they all die. And yeah, it's just, and in essence, it's also a love story. So it's this Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe, and it's really good. It's
by Taylor Swift, or
yeah. That's the theme song.
So definitely watching it.
It's really good. It actually made me want to play Cyberpunk again. So I'd say it's really good. Yeah, you should watch it. What else is on that list?
And then at number one is Arcane League of Legends, which when I saw this, I was originally going to go fucking nerds, but then it's got two people in it I really like, so maybe
Who's
I'll
that?
watch it one day. Probably not. Kevin Alejandro, I want to say is how you pronounce his last name, but if I'm wrong, I do apologise. He was Detective Dan in Lucifer.
Okay, yeah.
And Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Kate
We'll have
Bishop.
to watch just for that.
Yeah, I'm not super into League of Legends, so
No, I've lost my virginity, so I'm not into it either.
yeah, I tried to play it a long time ago, but I was just awful at it, so I stopped.
Yeah. So I think the consensus is TV shows do seem to be doing better. I mean, there's not as many, so it makes it slightly as an unfair comparison. We'll have we've got a list of upcoming ones here on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Crossfire. Nope, that is not the list of upcoming ones. A Plague Tale. I mean,
Nice.
half of these we're not going to see realistically, are we?
Yeah.
But let's just say.
But all
Plague
of the
Tale, Alan Wake.
all of the ones on the list, just FYI, they're just all TBA. So
Yeah. Well, some of them we know for sure are coming now.
yeah.
Or I think you could bet a good amount of money they will make it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Twisted Metal's on this list. They're either still filming or they've just finished.
Oh yeah,
so we know that one's
because we know
out.
that is it
Anthony
Anthony
Mackie.
Mackie? Yeah. Obviously, Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, Plague Tale. Those games are fine. I don't think they're that great. Alan Wake I'd absolutely love. Would actually controversially say that would make a better film than a TV.
It's on my list of what would I like to see. Alan Wake. So I think a 2-hour long horror film would be better than a psychological kind of thriller series. I think
Exactly. I love Alan Wake, but there's not enough in that franchise to make 3, 4, 5 seasons of a TV show.
Or it would have to do
Especially as it all happens over a couple of nights.
Yeah, and it would have to do, or maybe it would benefit from a 5-episode run or something, but hour-long episodes.
Like a limited series, yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers in Arms, I don't care. Child of Light, don't care. Disco Elysium, don't care. I'm surprised any of these
They're
are
like
on here.
those
games, are on here.
Those last two are like indie games. It's
Yeah.
very strange for them.
I feel like this is a scenario where someone's bought the rights in hopes that it'll be useful one day, but has no intention. Fallout, we know, is actually being made.
Yeah. Do we know any details yet?
Yeah, there's been pictures and someone's cast. I can't remember who. It's that weird looking dude from Ant-Man.
Walter Goggins.
TV. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to double check now.
Nice.
Yeah, Walter Goggins.
He's cool. I like him.
So yeah,
He's
it has
a very
a
good actor.
cast.
Okay.
Ella Purnell, sorry, don't know who that is. Kyle MacLachlan? Don't know
idea.
who that is. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Zelia Mandes Jones.
I don't know any of these people.
And she doesn't even, or he, apologies, I don't know which, doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Right.
Or does Aaron Moten. But yeah, so it exists. It's been filming. Walter fucking Goggins, Jesus.
I like him. Fallout, I think, could be good as a series.
I mean, it's not a good game, so
Have you?
I have what?
You haven't played them
I've played New Vegas and I've played 4
all the way through.
and I've played 3. No, none of them all the way through, but those 3 to various degrees.
Damn.
I think Fallout is interesting from a narrative point of view. I don't like the games.
Yeah, I think that if they are, what they should be doing with Fallout, if they're not already, is taking the world and making a story out of it and not copying one of the storylines, if you know what I mean. Because I know a lot
What
of...
is even the story of Fallout?
Well, each one has a different
Is it
story.
just buggy?
Yeah, lots of bugs.
I get the whole Fallout come out of your fucking vault and stuff. I get all that, but like, are there iconic villains?
No, it's more about the factions, isn't it? So there's 4 or 5 different factions. There's the Brothers of Steel. I honestly can't remember what they're called, but the guys who live underground and they're like the scientists. There's like I can't remember what they're called, but like the Neighborhood Watch guys. And then there's like loads of religious fanatics. There's super mutants and stuff. So there's all these different factions which would make lots of different stories. I think it would be tough to create a story based on the game because it goes into that like gameplay thing. People play it in different ways, and also they do side quests and because it's an RPG in the end of the day. So whether or not you just focus it on the main story, but then there's all these other bits that people would want to see, like little quests that they love. So yeah, I think they should stay away from. Yeah,
I think it's one of those rare ones where you don't want to copy the game. I think most of the time you do, but not here.
Yeah, just maybe
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say maybe have some like throwaway references to the games. So like have a name drop of a major character or something, but don't copy it.
Yeah. Agreed. Final Fantasy, I
don't care. Don't care.
God of War will happen.
Oh yeah, because
again, I actually
Sony love money.
They love money, and if Last of Us is going to do as well as everyone thinks it is, they're going to fast track God of War and Horizon.
Yeah, and God of War could be multiple seasons as well because you've got all of the games.
I don't know if a TV show's what's best for it though. I really don't know with this one.
I think it should do a Witcher type thing, and have a series per game. Obviously, The Witcher is more like a series per book, but God of War, you've got the 3 main trilogy, and then you've got the newest 2 as well as the spin-offs. So I think they could really dive into making a good series. It'd have to have a huge production budget though. It couldn't look like shit.
That's why I feel like film needs to be better. And also, like, except from the 2018 one, those OG games are really light on the story. I'm here to kill gods, bye. I feel like that would make better for just a dumb popcorn flick. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
don't know.
I don't know. I haven't played number 3 yet, but the first 2 that you could extend and put in. So what you could do is you could have like the first game as a series, but then use Chains of Olympus as like flashbacks, or as it goes to Sparta or something, or use those spin-offs as flashbacks, flash forwards, whatever, to fill in some of the gaps while you're going through because he doesn't. First one is about, what does he do? The first one is about getting like Pandora's box, isn't it?
It's been a while for me, mate. I don't.
Second one is about killing the Fates. And the third one, then he starts killing all the gods.
He's killing Zeus.
Yeah, but he doesn't kill any. I don't think he kills any gods until then, or none of the main ones.
I think I might have just straight up spoiled God of War 3 for you. I do apologise.
No, I know what happens.
Okay.
I played 2018 one, so I know by this point I already know what happens. I suppose. But yeah, God of War could be good.
But yeah, Horizon, definitely a TV show.
Yeah, 100. There's too much for it for a film.
Yeah, too much for a film. Definitely a TV show. Life is Strange. Yeah, that would make sense as a TV show.
I think just keep it as a game.
I don't see that one ever coming out. Agreed.
I don't think it would work because you have the choices.
Yeah, it's the choice. Also, they're just not popular enough for that name to carry its weight as a film.
I agree.
I don't know. Mass Effect, definitely a TV show.
And I think they should. I think they should make it straight away.
My Friend Pedro, no, that doesn't need anything. Skull and Bones, nothing like announcing a film for a game that hasn't come out. If you want to make a Skull and Bones film, just make a pirate film, Ubisoft. Just go.
Yeah, just forget the game. Just make the show.
Just forget the game. Tell you what, instead of making the film, make it so the game has land segments.
Yeah, do it.
Obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog will have various films and spin-offs. I have no idea what Steins Gate is.
Steins Gate. Is that not a strategy game on the PC?
Oh, fucking nerds. We won't talk about it then. Last of Us makes sense as a TV show.
Oh, no, it's
Twisted Metal.
It's a JRPG, I think. Sorry.
Still nerds. Twisted Metal, I don't know who asked for this. And because it's Peacock, I don't have high hope for their budget.
No.
And then Vampire, whatever. Not too bothered by
Vampire could be cool, I guess. Maybe it's like a limited series. And just like have it one season done, just a story about a guy. Don't make it too crazy. Just be like, because obviously the story of Vampire is that he's a doctor, isn't he? And that he's also a vampire, so he's having this internal struggle. And I think that could be cool. But if they go too much into the bad guys of Vampire, I think it could get too silly. Because there's loads of these different types of vampires that he has to kill and stuff. It gets very strange, but I think vampire stuff is cool. So having that, getting to know the character and then having him, almost kill his clients and stuff. I think that'd be wicked. Yeah.
So, what video games do you want to see have a film or a TV show?
Well, do you want to talk about the films that are coming out as well before we dive into what we want to see?
Sure.
Okay, so
have that list?
I'll quickly run through them. So there's the Gran Turismo film coming out, is it now?
Don't care.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
So before Sonic the Hedgehog 3, we saw how Need for Speed film went for you.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it.
No. Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't care. So
wait, just seeing who's in the Gran Turismo film.
I don't think it has any details yet.
There Bloom's in it. Anyway.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So there's the Borderlands film, which could be quite good if they do it well.
Yeah, it's an upcoming film. So everything we're discussing right now is films. That should be a TV show.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not. And it needs to follow the Fallout thing we said earlier. Like, I don't really like Borderlands, but take the world, don't take the story.
Agreed. No, yeah, agreed. So there's loads of untitled films here, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But there's a Duke Nukem film, apparently, that is untitled, which could be cool. I did see a fan-made picture the other day of Mark Wahlberg as Duke.
Oh, it's me, Duke Nukem.
Yeah, but also...
Oh my god, I'm from Boston.
Yeah. Also, I just read that the film is helmed behind the team behind Cobra Kai.
Okay, I'm back in.
So it is actually a film. It is happening.
Okay.
So then there's an untitled Firewatch film. I think Firewatch is a little indie game again. It's this indie thing.
Yeah, pass.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I think this was announced years and years ago, but also they already did a film like that. It was Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage. They did it very good, so they got to beat that. Gears of War, you'll be happy to know.
Yes, I would love a Gears of War film.
Has anyone been announced or anything?
No, this one's been in development hell for ages. Batista is big on trying to be in this.
That'd be good. I do love Dave Batista.
Yeah, I would. That makes sense as a film opposed to a TV show. I would really like those.
Yeah. So just looking at it, the film adaptation will not be set in the same universe as the video games.
No.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, looking forward to
that. It Takes Two. I'm not looking
forward. Doesn't need to happen.
Does not need a film.
Yeah.
They're gonna ruin it.
Exactly.
Such a good film. Game. Such a good game.
Game
Such a good game. Just Cause could be okay, but
doesn't need a film.
yeah.
So much of that is the chaos. So unless you're going to have the film where the guy's blowing literally everything up in creative ways every 5 seconds.
Yeah, or like putting a rocket booster on a cow. Like,
exactly.
you're going to miss all the fun. A Just Dance film?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
I don't understand. Why would you want to?
Exactly. This is another case of Ubisoft just fucking saying, we're going to just make films and not actually ever do it.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid film, which could be good. I think that could benefit from a series as well, but I know you don't like the story, or you think the story is a bit convoluted. So it could be cool, but again, I don't think it needs one. The fun is in the game. Minecraft film.
This one's been fucking in development hell forever.
I just don't get it. Why? Why would you
There
want...
was a time when Rob McElhenney was going to make this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it all fell apart.
Do you know who's in it currently?
Who?
Jason Momoa is in early talks to star in it. And that was this year. So.
Okay, why not? I don't know. I actually have some potential hope for this one because the Telltale Minecraft game was good, and it wasn't.
What was the story behind that?
I fucking don't remember.
Okay.
But it was this is another one of those cases where it's like take the world, don't take the story. We don't need a game about building, but have an animated kids film set in that world. It could be kind of cool.
I guess if you take it like a Tron kind of thing, where you get sucked into the game, and then you live in.
No.
I don't get
just make it
how they're going to make a Minecraft film.
It's easy.
I don't want to watch a film that's made with huge blocks.
Well,
actually, the Lego Movie.
Well, that would just be I was going to say it would just be the Lego Movie, but it's its own made-up story, but just with the Lego style, and I think that's what Minecraft film should be.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Mortal Kombat 2.
Pass.
Could be good, but I don't think the first one did so well. I'm pretty sure there was a cliffhanger right at the end, actually. Which like introduced a new character. Oh yeah, it was like Johnny Cage or something. I don't know. Pac-Man film doesn't need to happen.
Doesn't need to happen.
A Portal film.
Yes, needs to happen.
Better as a TV series, I think.
But it needs to be a psychological thriller, I think.
Yeah, like dark and mysterious.
Trying to escape out the facility. Yeah.
But like have it to begin with, like, oh, we're just doing some tests and the person, I can't remember her name. But the lady is just doing the test and she's happy, but then over time she kind of notices things and then she's like, oh god, I'm stuck in this is prison. This is a prison, not a test facility. It's very cool. I think that would be really fun. I'd agree with
you as a TV show as well.
Yeah. Oh god, a Rabbids film.
Not for me, but again, Lego and Minecraft. That's a Minions film waiting to happen where kids love it.
But I don't want them to bring Rayman into it at all.
No.
Saints Row film, apparently.
No, it doesn't need to
happen. But it could be cool, but again, I think...
Can it though? Because so much in particular, forget 1 and 2, 3 and 4 in particular, I'm not ever seeing a world where I go and sit and watch a film where they've got someone in a fucking gimp suit being chased around by a gangster with a purple fucking dildo weapon while zombies attack. Like, those games are too just off the chain to make a film.
Yeah, especially like Gat Out of Hell is just...
Yeah.
Like, that goes a bit nuts as well.
Yeah, not happening.
So there's something called Channel 5, which I don't really...
Are you sure you didn't just copy and paste something by accident?
No. It's Space Channel 5, apparently. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Space Invaders film. Again, doesn't need to have it. It's like Pac-Man, doesn't need it.
Streets of
Rage. Probably doesn't need one. Ghost Recon and Splinter Cell. They could be cool.
Yeah, both could be cool. I don't think both would be... I think Splinter Cell, because it follows one character, would be a better TV show.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon could be a film.
Yeah, definitely. And they could make multiple Ghost Recon films. Because it's just... Ghost Recon is the team, isn't it? Is that what the team's called? Yeah, so... Yeah, that could be cool. And then Yakuza. Yakuza is another one that's been.
Yeah.
I haven't played the game, so I don't really know, but the story is meant to be pretty good. So yeah, and then a couple of films that are animated ones that are big ones. Obviously, we spoke about Angry Birds, and then Ratchet and Clank, also, which
Yeah, I need to watch the Ratchet and Clank one.
you played the game. There's this,
Yeah, I love the game.
The cutscenes are the same.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are just parts of the film.
Right. Okay. Well, I've seen the film then.
Yeah, I remember it coming out, and a friend was just like, I saw the film and I played the game, and it was two of the same thing. It was exactly the same.
Are you 100% sure on this?
I'm not 100% sure, but I remember that conversation being had. So
I don't think that's right.
you Google it and you let me know.
Okay. You finish up here then.
Okay, a couple of things that I'd like to see. Obviously, we spoke about a few of them. So we got Portal, Mass Effect, Fallout, Alan Wake. They were all on my list. I think Shadow of the Colossus could be quite fun. It'd be a series, probably more than a film. But having the main character, go and find this Colossus every week, or like every episode find the Colossus and figure out how to take it down, and then to have the big reveal at the end would be cool as hell. Dishonored, I thought would be kind of fun. I've only played the first one. Yeah, but I think the world is fun. Is very good. I played Deathloop, and I think they recently just announced that it's in the same universe, so I think that could be cool. Far Cry, I put this on before I knew it was already a film, but I think if you take one of the stories that is already there, so like 5, 4, or 3, or 6, any of them, if you actually base it on one of those, I think it'd be quite cool. Like 3 would be a very good film, don't you think?
You're wrong about Ratchet and Clank, by the way.
Am I? Oh, okay. Screw me then.
They gave him assets and stuff, but it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I will watch it then. But yeah, so Far Cry would be kind of cool. Knights of the Old Republic. And that would be more like an adaptation, a loose adaptation, so it'd be set maybe around the times of the Old Republic. I think there is a series coming out, or a film coming out in the future. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. And then the last one that I had, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes,
It'd be
that'd be a great TV
like
show.
Westworld, but better, because I love Arthur Morgan. Man, and I think that'd be so good, because obviously, like we talked about, setting the world and stuff, but I think that would actually work, just sticking to the main story of the game and going through it. The side quests and stuff, they don't really interact with the main story. You could just play the main game and that'd be it. Adapting that into a TV show or a film would be excellent. Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about you? Have you got any that you'd like to see?
Go back and make the Prince of Persia and Max Payne films good. That would be a nice start for me. Both of those should be films, not TV shows. That just adapt games.
Yeah. Would you with Prince of Persia, would you just keep it as the first film, or would you make a film series based on each of the games?
Yeah, film series based on each game.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Max Payne film, again, based on each game. That's another one that I was going to say, can you go back and do, but I don't remember what I was going to say now. Maybe it'll come to me. But probably not, because I'm an idiot. The Division needs its own TV show badly.
Yep.
That world and that story.
Oh, there is one.
Not again.
There's been one announced.
There's a film, but it's been in development hell for ages.
Right, okay.
But it needs a TV show. You don't need to copy the storylines. Just take the concept. I think that would be fantastic. Assassin's Creed, that's what I was going to say. Films, not TV shows. Don't base it off the games. Just take the idea. I know that's what the first one did, but it didn't do it well.
Imagine a live-action series of Ezio, though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I just don't. I think that concept's good enough to work as a set of films. But I mean, clearly it didn't, because it went to shit.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
We didn't when we talked about upcoming TV shows. It wasn't on the list, but there is an Assassin's Creed Netflix show upcoming.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I'll be wrong.
Yeah, nice.
And my
I
final
forgot about
one would
that.
be Quantum Break as a TV show.
Quantum Break. Is that the one with Iceman in it?
Yeah, it had live action TV show segments, and it was really well done for a video game studio. So imagine that, but with a proper TV show. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's one more actually. I had one more. BioShock.
Oh yeah, BioShock film. That needs to be a TV show.
Yeah, that does. That does. That'd be.
Similar vein of what we said with Portal.
Yeah, and then you could and then you could have like a spin-off for number 3. So number 3 is kind of different. So yeah, you could have like a spin-off. Wicked.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. I think we've spoken a lot about our video games and our films. But yeah, let us know what you think. If you've got any other ideas of films or TV series that you'd like to see that have adapted from video games, let us know. Obviously, give us a like, subscribe, show your friends, tell your mum, do all those things
Still
that you
makes
need
me
to
laugh.
do to help us.
All right, get out of here.
Have a nice day.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Or don't.